Hi there, it's Hélène with another video, another rolling project pan video, just about my favorite video to film every month. So I am glad you are joining me. What I'm going to do today is the same thing as I did last month and the month previous, which is I'm going to leave a timestamp right here to show you where you can go and look at basically the before and after pictures of what my project looked like the previous month and where I am now. And for now, though, I want to walk you through all of the products that I had and go from what I really didn't use to what I used and I'm showing progress on to my best progress and then finally showing you what I am removing or what I am adding to the project. I have over a dozen items. If you want to walk through those with me, that would be great. And they pretty much cover almost a full face of makeup really when you get down to it. And they're just products that I want to focus on or finish to move them out of my collection. So let's take a look, shall we? All right, so my first one is Tarte Guard, and I have a lot of it. Now, I have trouble with this one because my progress just never shows despite the fact that I'm using it. Now, I have been using other BBCC, SPF type of foundations lately because I've been getting samples or I have been doing a brand new focus on certain brands. So for example, right now I'm doing a brand new focus on Makeup Forever, and I've got almost a full face of products, including 2 of the Makeup Forever HD foundations that I'm mixing together. So that's what I have on my face today, and therefore I'm not using this right now. But as soon as that focus, and if I'm not using a different foundation for another focus, this is what I'm going to go back to every time. So it's going to stay in my project despite the fact that I can't show a lot of progress, even though I have used it this past month. Another one that I have barely, if used this month, is a Sephora Beauty Amplifier Primer, basically a silicone-based primer that I transferred into this La Neige little pot, and there's really no progress. So I'm just showing you again what it looks like. I may have used it at most twice. So again, I was using a lot of Smashbox primers, and I was using a Becca primer and a couple of Makeup Forever primers right now. So it is waiting in the wings to get back into circulation. And I actually think that I don't have a couple of primers to use in my next couple of brand new focus projects, I guess, and so I will be putting that one back into rotation, and I'm looking forward to it. One more product that I have not used, but the funny thing is I'm probably going to be using it tomorrow. But anyway, you can't really show the progress on this thing anyway, is this Makeup Forever Aqua XL. I'm doing a brown eye look tomorrow, and darn it, I'm going to use it because it's going to be my last day, spoiler alert, my last day of the Makeup Forever project. So there you go. This is not being used, but I'm going to use it, and I'm really hoping I fall in love with it because I would really like to use up this sample. So I don't want to force myself to use eye products, but I'm really hoping that I enjoy it. I've only used it once ever, but I don't remember a whole lot about it. And so yeah, tomorrow, but I didn't want to wait to film this video, so because you wouldn't have seen the difference anyway. All right. Okay, now this trio of Tartiste lip paints or glossy lip paints. What are they called? Glossy lip paints. I've got 2 glossy lip paints. The 2 I have are WCW and Goals. Those are these 2, and then this one is FOMO. Now you'll see that there are 3 very distinct colors, and I do that on purpose because I don't like having lip products very much in project pans, because I can change my lip color very easily up to a half a dozen times a day, and that has nothing to do with whether I'm filming or not. I change my lip color for whatever the situation is, and so I tone it down, I spruce it up, I go with a wild color, just depending on what I'm doing and whether I can have a little extra fun as opposed to having the typical neutral lip. pardon me. So because I change so often, these guys I only use, and I don't want to force myself to use, I only use when it's a color in the color family I'm looking for, and I'm not in a focus on a specific brand at that time. These are the ones I'll reach for, and I think I've used them 3 times this month. But they're small samples, and I'll just keep them in this project, and they're just going to be my go-to because I think they're so small that they would just be lost in my collection, and I'd like to keep giving them a little bit of love. So that's why they're in here. Another product that I don't really have any progress on is this Tarte Insight blush. And it's a blush that I go to when I don't have another blush that I need to be using because I'm focusing on a brand, or because I need a blush of a certain color that the Insight is not going to work. And I did choose this blush for the project pan because for me it's a pretty universal blush, but sometimes I'm looking for a different effect, and that's why I'm going to go use a different blush. And right now I've been focusing on these two from Makeup Forever because I was doing a Makeup Forever focus. So I don't have a lot of progress, but again, I go to it when I can, which I think is a good reason to have a product in a rolling project pan, because then you go and you focus on one product over time and you make progress, right? Now, from least to most, I would like to show you products I made progress on. How about that? Because everything else has been pretty meh. All right. So let's start with my butter bronzer. I am pleased to say that I've practically used this every day this month, and the grooves are getting less visible in this guy. Now, it's very hard to show progress on this butter bronzer, but I know that I can see progress, and I couldn't really see progress last month. So I love using it. I'm so glad it's in this rolling project pan because I feel like there's purpose to it being in this, it's purpose to me using it every time, and sort of for now neglecting my other bronzers because it's summertime, and this one is it just feels like summer. So I'm really enjoying doing this. Another one that I'm showing progress on is this CoverGirl Radiance, Advanced Radiance in 105. And here is my progress. I am so excited. The second ring is showing in here, and it really didn't show in the last update. So I'm using it almost every day. I probably, now that I really understand it better, I probably won't repurchase unless I'm using it more on the periphery of the face. I've been using it under my eye and I find it really drying, but I just want to keep using it as part of this project. Maybe when I'm a lot more fair, when we get into summer months, when we get into winter months, I may be using it more around the periphery of my face. But what I have been using is the Physicians Formula translucent powder for setting most of my face. And I am ready to show you that one, and it's the one I'm most excited about. So unless you've seen it as a spoiler in some of my other videos, which great, you're watching my stuff, that's awesome. I was complaining last time that I was using it, I was trying to show the dip, and I was getting a little frustrated because I thought, man, I'm really focusing on this powder, this is ridiculous. And I kid you not, the day after I talked to you guys about the fact that, hey, this must be pressed really hard, I can't get anywhere with it, I used a small pencil brush, just a small like lip brush, a clean lip brush. I went into my powder ever so slightly to clean up one line under my lip because I was wearing a very bold lipstick and I really needed to clean a mishap with my lining. I dip my brush like so gently, and all of a sudden, what do I see but this gleaming pan looking right back at me, and I went, no way, and I just filmed my update. Anyway, well, that little bit of pan turned into this in 1 month. Now, I tend to use, when I'm using powder, I tend to really try to go around the whole periphery because I hate it when there's almost no use on the edges and there's this really big deep, really big deep dip depending on the pan. So I'm really pleased that it's pretty gradual all the way through. I'm seeing more my usage pattern though being closer to the connector on the top of the pan compared to bottom. So I think I'm just going to change a little bit the way I'm using it. And I think that I will hopefully be able to leave it as is unrepressed for another month. But the problem I'm having is that you can see it down here, that there's chunks that are starting to come out, and so I'm wasting product, which I'd rather not do. So if I'm starting to see that chunks are coming off, I will repress it before the next update, but I'll see what I can do. I'm really pleased with it. It's a powder that's okay, but I'm really looking forward to using other powders in my collection, and so therefore really happy that it's in my rolling project pan. I'm going to close it now and move on to the next one. And these next ones are very exciting. So I put this product in the rolling project pan because I was not being very good about using it, and I really need to use it. And so I thought if it's in my rolling project pan, it's going to be a little square container in my everyday drawer, and I'm going to see it and I'm going to know it's in the project pan and I'm going to use it. Well, it worked because I have finished it. So that's how I get every last little bit of a product out, but I still want to show you what it is. So it is the Paula's Choice Resist Vitamin C Spot Treatment. I have used it all, and I'm happy to report that not only have I used it all, I have cracked open another one of Paula's Choice product, the Resist BHA 2%, to continue with my now habit of taking care of my dark sunspots on my face. They're not as dark as they used to be, but I would like to lighten them up even more. Since my Guatemala trip, I have had these sunspots. They're fading regularly, but like progressively, but I would like to just keep up with a good habit to get rid of them as soon as I can. So there we go. I'm so happy with that. Another one that I'm going to consider done, because I seriously have only 2 uses left. The same thing happened with the Hoola Quickie Contour too last month, where I had literally 2 uses, and the 2 days after I filmed, I finished it up. So this is going to be the same thing. And ironically, I forgot to put it on today because I might have almost finished it today. Anyway, this is I'll show you the cap. I've had it depotted in this container for a few months now. It is the Laura Mercier Caviar Stick. I'll dispense with showing you this stick because I've shown it in each previous video. And this is all I have left. Just a couple of smears inside the jar. And based on having seen how I'm using it, that's at most 2 days worth. And what I do is I just spread it all over my lid and use it as an eye primer. So I consider this one done. Another product, a powder product, the last one that I'm making significant progress on is this one, Makeup Forever High Definition Finishing Powder. Can you see how much progress I've got here? It's awesome, right? There you have it. Okay, so that's the progress on the products that I've had in the project. Now I'd like to introduce you to a few new additions. I have 3 in total. The first one is a Dr. Brand product that I've just been hanging around for a while, and I have a full size waiting for me, and I'd really just like to get this one finished and done with. And what I was using before this one was a Dermalogica eye lift product, and now this is the one that I'd like to move to. So it is the No More Baggage Needles No More product from Dr. Brandt, and I use a little clip to roll it up. So this is where I'm at. And now this product is one of those products that takes a long time to finish. So I don't even know if I'm going to be done next month. Like, it doesn't look like a lot of product, but trust me, it's a lot of product. So we'll see how long it lasts, but I will have it in this project, and I'm very excited about it. Another one that I have no measure for, but that I'm getting tired of it and I just need an extra incentive to use it. And it is this, what's it called? Bravo Conditioning Primer. There you have it. And it's this weird applicator. And what you're supposed to do is you click on the bottom, you roll and you click, and it kind of a gel comes out, and you're supposed to paint your brows. And I don't know what the claims are, but it says nutrient-rich primer for fuller looking brows. I don't see it doing a whole lot, but I did get it in a kit, and I don't see why I wouldn't just use the product. And so, like I said, I don't know how much I have in it, but I would like to just keep on clicking and see this thing done, because I'm getting tired of it, and I think it's just going to end up sitting in my drawer unused for whoever knows how long. And I think that this project will give me the discipline to finish it. Finally, I have one last product, which is the Marc Jacobs little mini pencil, and this thing is one of those products that just will never die. And I'd like to make a point of using it in my waterline as opposed to my other Annabelle liner. And I'm just rolling it up for you. So this is how much I have left. Just to show you with the cap, just so we have a reference point. There we go. Can you see? I'm hoping it's zooming in okay. All right, so I have about half the cap length left, and so I'd like to see some progress on that pencil as well. Now, one of the troubles that I've had with the rolling project pan is that for some of these products, it's really hard to see progress, like the lip paints. Tube you can see, but the Tarte Guard I've been really frustrated with because I'm using it, but just because of the nature of the container, you can't really see it. But I have decided to weigh my products, and I started doing that in the Roulette Pan Collab that I'm in. And so I decided, why not use it in this project as well? So what you'll see now at the end of this video is also a picture of all the products on the scale. And that is now, because I didn't weigh the last time, this is only going to be my new rolling project with the old products out and the new products in. So it's my starting weight, and I believe it's 239 grams that I have on the scale today. So we will see how much progress I make. So every single time there's going to be a new weight and a end of the month weight, because of course products are going to be swapped out and whatnot. So there you have it. That is my update for you for this month. I have 2 products leaving, 3 new products coming in, and 10 products that are continuing on to the following month. So thank you for joining me today. I appreciate your time. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like the content on this channel in general, please consider subscribing. It would mean a lot to me. So thank you, and looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care.